What's going on, everybody? Greetings and salutations from the Warden. Once again, we're here. We're gonna do another review of sorts. It's almost gonna be a rant, I swear, but I'm not gonna. Let's just get into it. So today we're gonna be talking about Inazuma 11, or Inazuma 11, as people like to call it. Either or is cool. Listen, got a chance to play the worldwide beta test demo. Was really excited about this game. It looks really hype. It looks really good. If you're a fan of the anime, I would say that it definitely gives off that vibe. It's fantastic. I want to start good. I want to start on a good note because this game needs a lot of work, in my opinion. So that being said, I got like notes here, but I'm not going to do a script. So I might, excuse me if I do rant a little bit passionately, because this game really has potential. It really, really does. It's been a lot of fun, but it's also been just as equally, if not more so, saltifying when it comes to competitive stuff. Now, I'm not a huge fan of competitive PvP stuff like that because I don't do well in those environments. And I'm not gonna lie, while I was playing, there were a couple of times, this game kind of pulled me out of my character, which is not what we want. So let's just go ahead and talk about some of the good stuff. It is indeed a very hype game. Inazuma 11 is like, imagine Shaolin soccer and anime. It's incredible. This game is so beautiful. It's so well made in the sense of like graphically. It's a bunch of kids running around doing amazing, ridiculous stuff. Like as far as soccer goes, it's pretty fun. It does stay true to the kind of RPG-esque style when you're on the field. And I'm gonna say mostly in part because Level 5, who are the creators of this game, they've done a lot of games in the past that were RPGs or had that kind of feel to it. Even the old Inazuma games were kind of like, they really felt more like RPGs in the sense rather than like a sports game. I mean, you got stuff from like Dragon Quest 8, which I loved, Dark Cloud 1 and 2. They got Ni no Kuni 1 and 2, Rogue Galaxy, White Knight Chronicles, John D. Arc. Like all these games, whether they were tactical or whatever, still had that RPG life or love to them. And I'm like, okay, you guys do that well. And then you have Inazuma 11, which is kind of sitting there trying to be a sports game, but also still an RPG. And I'm like, cool. I played Mario Tennis growing up. Loved the heck out of that game. Loved the system. You know, I'm here for Inazuma 11. It looks good. I will say though, as it stands right now, I'm really only looking forward to like story, and the only time I'd ever hop on ranked would be to level up a team. So we'll go ahead and get into that part because quite frankly, I hated ranked when I first started. Like when I first got in there and I was on like level 1 or 2, I think the first person I ended up fighting was like level 20. So I mean, in that regard, there's not, again, let me just start off before I even get started on my rant. Let me say, I know it's a beta. I know they're doing this to test everything out and see what's going on. So I'm giving you my honest opinion about what I've experienced and what's going on and what's not okay. Yeah, out the gate, 2 people in bronze. But in this game, it's grind heavy. This is a grindy game. Like I started this game a week late, me and one of my homeboys. And I was like, look, bruh, I can tell you from starting, we're gonna have to go. Like when you get this game, go. If you're trying to be competitive, you cannot stop. This is a game where it's like you need to be on top of your characters, your gear, your equipment, everything matters, including your tactics. Like let's not even get started with that. Funny story, I was a higher level later on, fought a low level, aggressive as all get out. I don't remember if they won or not, but they should have because it was crazy. But yeah, so as far as ranked is concerned, man, there's not a very good system for determining who is close to your level right now, which at the end of the day, I got used to. I got so frustrated. It was like, okay, if I want to play ranked, I'm going to have to get used to fighting people that are stronger than me, which is okay. On the good note, they give a lot of experience. You get bodied by these people all across the world and they're like, hey, here you go. Here's 10K experience. Go ahead and level your people up. That was a positive. That's the main reason I still would hop on ranked now, is because for the simple fact that I was like, I know I'm going to get to train. I'm also going to get to farm these other people for these good cards. you can raise your character's rank, kind of like in gacha games or whatever. So it's like, you got your commons, uncommons, rare, legendaries, blah, blah, blah. So, you see people with legendary cards. At least I think that's how it works. Because I fought other people who didn't have those cards and I wasn't really getting them. But that was cool. That was fun. That's, nice little piece. However, let's talk about salty people. Because for a second, I almost was one of them. People who will disconnect. There's no penalty for disconnecting, and if you just happen to farm good cards, you do not get them. If they disconnect, or if you disconnect, everything's lost. Rank doesn't go up, it doesn't change actually, so it doesn't matter. But I mean, if you got a really good card for somebody you wanted, it's gone. That's it. They haven't set up anything for that, which is weird. But then again, maybe not, because they don't do a lot of online games. So I'm like, all right, fair, sucks, but I get it. More times than not, I'll get into a match with somebody and they'll plug or disconnect as soon as I get possession of the ball. Like, neither one of us have points, and they're like, oh, they got it, I'm out. And I'm like, run me my one, give me a chance, let me try. Like, no, absolutely not. Now, let me go ahead and put myself on Front Street, because at the beginning, when I was trying to figure out how everything worked and learning, and I really didn't want to play these high level people, I would plug. Now, I didn't wait till halfway through the game. If I saw they were high level, instantly I was out of there. I was like, nope, I wouldn't even give them, why waste the time? It's not fair, but I feel like in the grand scheme of things, I'm like, hey, it is what it is. We don't have an option to decline a battle. So you're in it to win it or lose it, whatever the case. So at the beginning, I was like, nah, I need to figure some more stuff out. I need to train my people, blah, blah. Started getting the hang of the game, which I will say has, at the beginning, if you're coming from the anime and you don't really play these kinds of games, it has a decently high skill level as far as getting introduced and acclimated with the system. System is not hard. It's really not, once you've gotten your feet wet. It's really just running around the court and having instances or battles, if you will, kind of like an RPG. So it's not the end of the world. It's easy enough to catch on to. Now, the parameters and the stats, which I've seen plenty of other reviews, everybody kind of agrees the same way in a sense, to some degree, one or another, like with breaching and stuff. The stats and the abilities of the characters and the team are off the charts. They're wild. When I tell you, most people complain about breaching because essentially it allows you to break the defenses of the goalie, no matter what, like it's a guaranteed shot. One time I had 300% breach rate and my man still blocked it. So I've been on both sides of the fence. I've breached somebody and didn't expect to, and I have had more than enough percentage to breach and nothing happened. Like, come on, level 5. Y'all gonna have to get it together. What else we got? So the main reason I hate playing ranked right now is because of slide tackling. I do not like slide tackling. I learned very quickly with slide tackling that I get yellow cards almost all the time. I could probably count on one hand after getting 2 teams to level 20, which took a while, like almost a week, and fighting countless people. I can count on one hand, and I'm not joking, how many times they've gotten a yellow card. Now, if you get 2 yellow cards in the game, you get a red card, you're out. Your character's gone. That would be fine if they actually gave them yellow cards. I don't know how many times I've been slide tackled. I'm afraid to play the game because I'm gonna get assaulted. Literally, my whole team gets assaulted. I've been dashing, someone ran into my back and I got a yellow card and I was like, what? Are you kidding me? So yeah, like I'm in rant mode now, I'm sorry, because I'm just reliving it and remembering it. When you get a score, or when you're in what we'd say like the zone, you're on point, you're about to win, people get crazy. If they don't plug, they're ready to fight you. I'm talking about every character they switch to is slide tackling. It is nothing beautiful than to say that I dance around people as best I can, passing the ball, whatever. I try not to play like that because I don't benefit from it. I haven't been able to slide tackle enough times to guarantee I'm not going to get a yellow card. Maybe it's part of my character build. Maybe the game is flawed. I don't know. But if that's part of the main game, I will not be doing rank very long. I promise you, if I even buy the game at that point. I'm probably gonna wait a while to get this game to see what's going on. I'm gonna need to update or something. Like I said, great game, a lot of potential, but still needs a lot of work. Is there anything else that made me angry? I'm looking at my notes. I mentioned the breach. Ranked is sweaty, which is that's gonna happen, obviously. I can't say I'm a fan of the first beta test being open region. So like we're fighting everyone. French, Japanese, Brazilian. I'm pretty sure wherever this game is accessible, we're playing people. And I've heard some people that review this game say, and I will piggyback off of it as well, the servers do not do well with other regions at all. Man, when I tell you it's crazy. Now, that's not to say that in my own region, it's gonna be like, you know, I don't know. But it was nice. I will say this because I played a lot of games at one point when I was competitive where it's like, foreigners. Normally Japanese. That sometimes Japanese, you know, Asian countries is generally where we'll put the stick for like the tryhards. Not always. Not always. Look, everybody else represent, you get your time. But it did me good to know there was a higher level Japanese, at least their characters were Japanese. I don't know if the person was Japanese or not. We're gonna say they were. A Japanese character who I assume has been grinding the game since it came out. He was like level 26. I was like 20. He plugged on me. I got a goal and he plugged, and I was like, you know what? I was upset because I lost some pretty good cards. I was like, I'll take that dub. I've been fighting my emotions back and forth between being upset and being like, okay, this is fine, whatever. So suffice to say, this game is fun. This game is also irritating. And not in a good way either. Like, there's too many inconsistencies with game mechanics that I just don't understand. Don't get it. I don't even know how to end it. All I know is that I have seen some games and played some games by level 5 and they've been immaculate. Probably one of my favorite was Ni no Kuni 2. Game was amazing. Game was so much fun. I want to love Inazuma 11 the same. But we're still on the fence about this game. I'm gonna enjoy the beta. I got a friend I gotta play with. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully he hasn't learned the technique of the slide tackle because I won't be able to handle it. Bottom line, nah, it's been an experience, but I don't think the game comes out. I've heard a rumor it doesn't come out till like the end of the year. So we have plenty of time for them to adjust up. This rank could be completely unfaceted. Like, I don't know, but I have enjoyed spending time with the game because it is beautiful. It is fun. But I've also enjoyed pulling my hair out almost because people are just so crazy. Oh man, it was enough. It was almost enough to make me stop playing. But I don't want to stick the flagpole there. I just want to say that this game has been interesting to test out. It came out of nowhere, kind of. I mean, me and my homeboy were keeping up with, we kind of knew it was coming out, but then we missed it initially, so I was excited to hop into it. I still am excited about the game, but if I don't see certain changes or some adjustments to consistency, or the lack thereof, I should say, I'm probably just gonna do story mode. I'm gonna bite down on something, go to ranked, get my level up so I can, go back to story, whatever. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I do, however, hope, like if I remember correctly, like in the old games, I do hope that there is a life aspect to the game. Like, you're actually in school, because the older games you were in school, but you're in school, but you get to experience stuff and you can do certain activities that will increase the stats for your characters. I mean, since it is RPG-esque, let's just go the whole way. You're going to classes, you're learning about different techniques and stuff. That's what I did in Mario Tennis, and I really enjoyed it. I would love to do that here. I don't know as much about tennis as soccer, football, as I do about tennis. I knew a lot about tennis before I even hopped on that game. And I was like, yeah, okay, I know this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I want to get learn that education from Inazuma 11. I'd love to sit in here, I'm taking classes, they're giving us tests and stuff. It's like, oh, well, this is what this shot is, and this is who the midfielders of this and where they're supposed to be. Like that, all that stuff would be great. I really think that would add to my enjoyment of the game if I want to take a break from getting butchered and my ankles bit to death. But either way, look, I hope when it comes out, the game is awesome. That's what I'm hopeful for. Hopefully level 5 sees this along with the rest of the reviews so that we can all, you know, our input can be added so they can make a educated adjustment to the game. I really want to see this game flourish. But I think that's about it for me. That's all. I'm done. We're gonna calm down now though. All right, cool. I'm done being passionate. At the end of the day, it was a fun game. It is indeed a fun game. So that's it from me, Warden of the Sand here. You guys stop by sometime. Look, let me know how you felt about this. I'm doing reviews with quotations, kind of free. I'll make some notes here and there and I keep going, because lately I've realized that the couple of reviews I've done when they're scripted, I sound monotone and boring. Personally, maybe y'all don't mind, I don't know, but I want to do this and add a bit more passion and fire to it, and then probably just edit out some things if I say something crazy or whatever. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, so we got a while before this game comes out. I think the demo is going to be out a little bit longer. I think for another month. So if you haven't checked it out or you want to check it out, mine was on Switch, and I believe it's also coming to Steam and PS5 at some point too. I want to see. I saw it in an article somewhere. I'm not sure, but yeah, maybe even those versions will be more polished than this one. Not sure, but again, if you want to get a chance to check it out, it is currently available for free as a beta. Get in there, get bodied or body other people, explore the game, do what you do. Or hey, maybe this is not your cup of tea. That's cool too. Either way, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video.